Number 25, the Battle of Thermopylae, 480 BC. Despite their defeat in 490 BC to the Athenians at the Battle of Marathon, the Persians led by King Xerxes were still determined to conquer Greece, though they had control of the entire world. Led by King Leonidas of Sparta, the Athenians and Spartans combined forces with other city-states with 10,000 warriors to fight off the invading armies. The battle became an epic story when the Persians were able to get behind Greek lines, forcing Leonidas with his 300 Spartans to give in. But the Spartans had bought enough time for the rest of Greece to mobilize. Number 24, the Battle of Gaugamela, 331 BC. This was the finest victory of Alexander the Great and led to the ultimate downfall of the Persian Empire under Darius III. Number 23, the Battle of Zama in 202 BC. With Hannibal invading Italy from the north, the Italians tried a new tactic to get rid of him. They attacked his hometown of Carthage. Carthage immediately recalled him, but he arrived just in time to be defeated. Number 22, the Battle of Pharsalus, 48 BC. A crucial battle in Caesar's civil war, it was fought by two great military tacticians who were once allies, General Pompey and General Julius Caesar. This was the defining victory for Caesar as he would pave the way for Rome to become an empire. Number 21, the Battle of Tours, 732 AD. One of the most important eras in the history of the world, the Battle of Tours consisted of Frankish and Burgundian forces led by Charles Martel, defeating Abdul Rahman al-Ghafiqi, who was intent on bringing Islam to Europe from his caliphate in northern Africa. Number 20, the Battle of Hastings, 1066 AD. It was in this battle that William the Conqueror of Normandy completed his invasion of England after defeating Harold II. Number 19, the Battle of Agincourt, 1415. One of the defining moments of the 100 Years' War, it was during this battle that King Henry V of England defeated King Charles VI of France and even went on to marry his daughter. Number 18, the Sage of Orleans, 1428 to 1429. It was in this battle that Joan of Arc pushed back the English from the city of Orleans and won the first battle for the French since the Battle of Agincourt. Number 17, the Siege of Vienna, 1529. The feudal Siege of Vienna by the Ottoman Turks was the turning point in the decline of the Ottoman Empire. It led to an extended period of hostilities between them and the major European powers. Number 16, the Battle of Cajamarca, 1532. More of an ambush, it was led by Spaniard Francisco Pizarro and led to the capture of Atahualpa. It also led to the death of several thousand Incan followers and to the decline of the Incan Empire. Number 15, the Battle of Gravelines in 1588. More popularly known as the defeat of the great and mighty Spanish Armada, the English Navy successfully managed to defeat the most powerful navy in the world at the time. Number 14, the Battle of Naseby, 1645. One of the key battles in the English Civil War, it was fought by King Charles I and his royalists versus the parliamentarians. It eventually ended with the victory of the parliamentarians, the execution of King Charles I, and Britain turning into a commonwealth. Number 13, the Battles of Lexington and Concord, 1775. As the first military engagements of the American Revolutionary War, British troops were sent to capture American patriots Samuel Adams and John Hancock and then destroy their armory. They were met, however, by armed American colonists known as Minutemen, who successfully warded off their attack. The fighting ended with the declaration of independence of the Americans from the British. Number 12, the Battle of Yorktown in 1781. Also known as the Sage of Yorktown, this was a decisive moment in the American Revolutionary War where the French and Americans finally defeated the English. Number 11, the Battle of Trafalgar, 1805. The most decisive British naval victory during the Napoleonic Wars, it was fought by the British Royal Navy against the combined forces of the French Navy and Spanish Navy off the coast of Spain. The French and Spanish lost over half their fleet while the British ships suffered nary a scratch. Number 10, the Battle of Leipzig, 1813. Also known as the Battle of the Nations due to the fact that a coalition of armies from Sweden, Russia, Austria, and Prussia went up against Napoleon. It's one of history's most influential battles and led to the beginning of Napoleon's defeat. It's also the largest battle ever fought in Europe prior to World War I, as it involved over 500,000 soldiers. Number 9, the Battle of Waterloo, 1815. This is the final battle where Napoleon was actually defeated. After this, he was exiled for a second time, and the word Waterloo has actually come to be synonymous with crushing defeat. Number 8, the Battle of Antietam, 1862. One of the decisive battles of the American Civil War, this battle fought at Antietam Creek is considered the bloodiest single-day battle ever fought on the continent of North America. It claimed over 20,000 lives. Number 7. The Battle of Gettysburg, 1863. This was the turning point of the American Civil War. It lasted 3 days as long as Antietam and led to twice as many casualties. Number 6. The Battle of Britain in 1940. After Hitler turned his gaze away from France and towards Britain, he began an extensive bombing campaign. It lasted for nearly 60 days, but the British Royal Air Force eventually came out on top and repelled the invaders. Number 5. The Battle of Stalingrad, 1942 to 1943. This was one of the major and crucial battles of World War II as the Soviet forces fought off the Germans and maintained control of Stalingrad. It's also considered one of the bloodiest battles in the history of warfare, as it involved constant close-quarters combat and combined casualties reaching nearly 2 million. After the battle, German forces were unable to recover and attained no further victories. Number 4. The Battle of Guadalcanal, 1942 to 1943. There were many battles that ensued during World War II, but the Battle of Guadalcanal paved the way for the Allied forces' victory in the South Pacific. Number 3. The atomic bombings of Japan in 1945. Although they weren't battles as much as they were controversial decisions, they did leave an indelible mark on history. Number 2. The Battle of Wailai, 1948 to 1949. The final battle in the Chinese Civil War between the opposing armies of the Chinese Communist Party and Nationalist Party, it resulted in the death of nearly 500,000 people and is the reason why China is still under communist rule today. And number 1. The Tet Offensive in 1968. The decisive battle in the Vietnam War, this was launched by the Viet Cong of North Vietnam against South Vietnam, the United States, and their allies. Since the War of 1812, this was the first time that American forces were unable to gain victory. If you liked the video you just saw, then feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel by using the orange button in the top right. And don't forget to go check out our website at list25.com for more awesome lists.